Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Looking for a man, it's Curry. Finds his man, it's Adams. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll start this drive going to the air. Steps away. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it first and 10. Makes it past the marker. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
They'll move the tight end. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll go to the ground. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he makes the play and intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. There he goes. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Curry. Forced out of the pocket. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Return runs out of bounds.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Back to pass, it's Hebert. Going for the big play. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Sends it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Catch in the middle, it's Edwards. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. And they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Now improvising. Fires to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Hebert. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bama.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisiana Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Bulldogs offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 21 over Wake Forest. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Hebert. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Pulls and fires complete. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 40. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. To the air, it's Curry. Bears the pressure. Makes a connection. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Caught in the backfield. It's Young. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. The 50. The 40. Past the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And defenses are way less concerned with yards nowadays. It's being great in the red zone, and boy, did they come up big. They create the turnover, return the INT all the way down the field, and set their offense up now with the red zone opportunity.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
And lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Looking for a man. It's Hebert. Going for 6. Touchdown, Iron! Grabbed the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The lone back's got it. Got the first down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The give to the tailback. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Under fire. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Run out of bounds at about the 13 15-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Curry. Pulls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He might want another play. Back to pass. It's Hebert. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. The snap sets up the throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Looking to pass. It's Hebert. Oh, they're after him. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, you just hold your breath every time this particular receiver gets the ball in his hands. Because of his speed, he's dangerous to score every single time he touches it. That time on the jet sweep, though, the defense did a better job playing team defense and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out He's really good down here close to the goal line, finding creases.
Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw. It's Hebert. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On the move, he fires. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch and stride inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown time. No midseason concentration laps here in week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for room, it's Young. Fighting off the defender. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Odom. Rushes on him. On target to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of... It was 4th down, and they'll give up the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Play action. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a 1st down. Nice balance by this offense.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to throw, it's Curry. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a... They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. The 20. Touchdown, Bama! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. They're trailing by 9 to Wake Forest. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late.
Breaks into the open. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The give and tick, 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 tick. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Wants to throw. It's Odom. With the catch, it's Young. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on first down. He tries to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. And man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
And the point after is good. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes that Alabama offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
49, Notre Dame, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Odom. Finds his man, it's Barres. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Right on the money. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Breaks the tackle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The play action fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Notre Dame right back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Odom. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to pass. Bringing the heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.